I would like to share my experience because, for everyone, their first Guru Purnima is very special because it's everybody is emotionally related to that experience. And for me, it was the same. The best thing was that I was traveling with where like my travel to ashram and back was okay. Can I okay, so my travel to ashram and back was like a first class travel because I was traveling with very special people of Samarpan family, and
Take your time, Pallavi ji.
Give me 2 minutes.
So just for everyone, this is pretty normal for soul bonding session because it's about reliving that Anubhuti. So back to Pallavi ji.
Okay. So I was traveling with Bolkaji, and there were some glitches while I traveled to ashram because I had people who I wasn't. This was the first event I was going to for Samarpan, so so my brother had asked Bolkaji to just guide me while I go to ashram. So that was a big thing for me because I've heard a lot about Bolkaji from my brother. So when I reached the ashram, I have no idea what exactly is supposed to be there, and I was just a year old in Samarpan meditation, so no much. I was just very new with not much. I had few experiences, but those experiences were like, I was not aware that those are the experiences, So a sadhak from Kenya, he was like, you should sign up for Havan. So I was like, okay, what? So I was like, okay, let me sign up over there. So I just signed up for Havan as well. And so that the first day was beautiful. I met so many sadhaks, and it was everywhere. It was so much blissful. And there was all the exhibitions. And so the first, I had my family as well. So, and because I came directly from the airport, my body was still, getting used to the heat, and it was very hot, very hot. So, so for the first day, I just kept on drinking water, and I, we had Guru Ma's pravachan, beautiful pravachan, and then the next day I went for Havan. So the best thing was that Ramnath, not Ramnath, so the Havan was going on, and at the end of the Havan, when the volunteers were asked to, I was always, it has never happened like that, but that was the first time that I was always on my Sahasrar for that whole Havan, and it was a very, very unique experience. And then, so the volunteers were asked to sprinkle the water, all the people who sit for Havan, they were allocated few volunteers, and the volunteers were supposed to help, with all the other stuff other than sitting and doing all those rituals, what you do for Havan. So, and Ram Kaka was guiding everyone on the mic. And so in the morning, I went for Havan and sit, and everything was done. At the end, when volunteers were supposed to sprinkle water, so they started sprinkling. Ram Kaka was like, everybody, all the volunteers do that. And at that moment, it started raining. And it was just for that 1 minute, the showers were there, and then it was gone. For all 3 days, there was no rain at all, other than that 1 minute. Right when, the volunteers were sprinkling water. So even Ram Kaka said that, the Guru Shaktis are sprinkling water on you. So this is like, Swamiji's blessing to you. So that was an amazing experience. And then after that, we had the third day, we had Swamiji's Pravachan. And, people generally sit outside the tent. Whenever there's some activities going on, they would sit outside and attend the, all the other events of the Guru Purnima. But I just happened to have a nature's call. So I went outside. I was like, I want to be prepared for Swamiji's Pravachan. So, I just stepped outside the tent, and not even a single person was outside the tent. Everybody, as soon as they announced that Swamiji is going to come, everybody, not even a single, even the people who were in the kitchen, everybody was in the tent, right, waiting for Swamiji. And it was just, the whole tent was full with all sadhaks. And slowly everybody was quiet as soon as they announced that Swamiji is going to be here. And then Swamiji came on the stage, and he did, and when he sat on his seat and on his asan, and then it was so hot, and still everybody was in the tent. And as soon as he said, Sabhi Paramatma ko mera namaskar, that moment, it felt as if somebody switched on the AC. Like, it is hot, but the heat, you cannot feel the heat. It was just magical. It was like, it was calm. You can feel that calmness from within as well as around you. So that heat was not torturing at all. It was that peaceful. And then, Pravachan went on. We had, after that, we meditated. And then later on, after that, we were done with Guru Purnima. And for 3 days, for all 3 days, in the morning, I would have migraines. So, and they were so severe that I would pop up pills and, keep going. And while I was leaving from Guru Purnima, while after the Guru Purnima, I had severe migraine, and we left for for the airport. And I was traveling with Borkarji was there, and while we reached at the airport, even Kamatji, Ramnath Kamatji, they joined us, and my brother was there. So we all were going through this taking the same flight. And there were a few more senior sadhaks, and the migraine was like, I had the pill, the medicine was not working. I started throwing up, and it was extremely painful. And so Borkarji told me that, why don't you wear your glasses? And I was feeling really embarrassing to wear the sunglasses inside the airport. I'm like, who wears the sunglasses inside the airport? So he's like, why don't you wear your sunglasses? Because it might help you to, with the pain. So I just wore the sunglasses, and he was praying to Swamiji to, get that migraine out from my system. And after some time, the migraine went, it disappeared. But after that, Ramnath Kamatji, he told me one thing. He said that you should, there were a lot of Anubhutis going, these senior sadhaks were expressing their beautiful Anubhutis and experiences with Swamiji. And so that time, Kamatji told me one thing. He said that you are having this migraine, maybe it is a sign that you should let go people who are there. People are sitting, you have many people in your Ajna Chakra, and you should let go. That was so I did that for a long time. But the migraine definitely reduced after that. But I was stuck with the question, even if I say that I forgive, and Swamiji said, you should believe when you say you are forgiving, you should believe that you forgive. But still the question kept on coming in my mind always. What exactly, when you say forgive, what exactly do you mean when you say I have forgiven this person? So this question kept on coming up all the time. I kept on praying to Swamiji, and I was like, I'm forgiving this person, I'm forgiving. And then once, it's like that Swamiji says that Guru Shakti is one. You cannot distinguish that Sai Baba is different or Swami Samartha. They are all the same. So I had this question, and all of a sudden I was going through some YouTube videos, and there just one clip of Sadhguru came, and I played that clip, and he just said, when you go through some bitter times and you remember every single bitter moment of that, but you do not have that bitterness in you, that is forgiving. And that was that was again an Anubhuti for me, because now I understand and I'm confident that I understand what is forgiving. You forgive someone, it means what you do. So yeah, that was a beautiful teaching, which it took some time to understand this, but yeah, so that was my Anubhuti. And it was my first Samarpan event. And of course this was more special for me because in my office I was supposed to conduct session for Samarpan meditation, and I don't know why I agreed for that, but I just said, okay, I will do it. And that was the first meditation session which was supposed to be conducted in that office. And they just asked me, and I said, okay, I want to take it. And after I agreed with it, I had no idea why why did I say that? Because I was just 1 year in Samarpan meditation, and I believe that I didn't know anything about it. And after that I went for Guru Purnima. So that was my first Guru Karya. And so Swamiji, when you are supposed to go to school, your parents, your first time you go to your school, your parents dress you nicely, they prepare you nicely, with all your books and bag and water bottle and everything. And then you said, so Swamiji, I believe that Swamiji prepared me with all Havan, all Chitta Shuddhi and all those experiences, and then send me for, okay, now you are ready for Guru Karya. So this is what I believe. And this Guru Purnima, my first Guru Purnima, this will be always. And of course I took Diksha. Quickly I'll share you this experience. So because that was good that I didn't know much about this meditation, because then when you don't know anything, you just go without any expectation. So when I sat for Diksha, and Ram Kaka just tells you to keep your hands like this and you hold it in front of your heart, I can actually feel there was a huge, like somebody had tied my fingers with a thread. I can feel the strong pressure in my fingers, and it was very as if my fingers will burst out, that kind of pressure I felt during Guru Diksha. So that was very powerful.